Welcome to day 154 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and we have switched gears, and for the month of June, we are going to be talking about relationship growth. And so today, I love this topic because, and obviously I've got 2 pages of notes and action items for it, because it's so prevalent. And maybe it's because we just came off mental growth that it's top of mind for me. But today we're going to talk about relationship growth, thoughts, and beliefs. I'm going to share a couple of examples. Of course, in Guide to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page is Tony's story. We're going to follow him through how thoughts and beliefs that he had or decided to change in some instances impacted different levels and different types of relationships throughout his lifetime. So what are some types of beliefs? And let's just get our action item out there right off the bat. What we're going to do today is, as you go throughout your day, you're going to notice and jot down thoughts and beliefs that pop into your mind or pop into your conscious awareness about relationships and relationship growth. And I'm going to give some examples instead of pulling from mine because I haven't done it yet. But then what we're going to do is we're going to create and just write down the whole list. And then by each one, I want you to put a little positive sign or a negative if you think that it is positively impacting your life or negatively impacting your life. Or you could put neutral if you don't think it has any impact at all. Sometimes what we think and believe doesn't have any impact on our actual results, but most of the time it does. We want to make sure we're focusing more on the positive things that impact our life than the negative things, because human nature is to focus on the negative things. So let me grab a magnifying glass, another sip of coffee, and we'll start giving some examples. So what are thoughts? Thoughts are things that pop into our head, like 80,000 or more a day. That might be an old statistic. I don't know, because we're inundated with so much information and so many things now. It could be more, or maybe our brains are just shutting it down and tuning it out and we're not listening to it anymore. I don't know. So what are some positive beliefs about relationships and relationship growth? How about mutual respect? How about trust, effective communication, shared goals and values, shared experiences, time? We talked about a couple of those yesterday as we were defining what an ideal relationship looks like for us. Well, how about some negative ones? Because guess what? We have those too. Absolute independence. Have you ever been in a relationship or had a friend that had to be absolutely positively independent? Have you ever been in a partnership type relationship where the other person had to be absolutely independent? Chances are you're still not in that relationship, because they don't tend to last very long, because it's not really a relationship if somebody has to do their own thing all the time, no matter what. Perfectionism is another negative belief about relationships. If you have in your mind, and this can go both ways, because I believe in envisioning and manifesting and creating what we want in our life and envisioning it up front, but that's different than expecting everything in a relationship to be perfect. Guess what? None of us human beings are perfect. So if you expect more than one human being to come together and have a perfect relationship, that's really not a realistic or even possible situation. And then fixed mindset. And I was in a relationship like this for 25 years, where the person believed that they were 100% right about everything, no matter what, and would never change their mind about anything. Long story, don't ask me how I got involved in that, because I know how now. Hindsight's always 20/20. But what are some signs of influential thoughts and beliefs, things that are actually influencing our thoughts and beliefs? Number one, if you have increased trust in your relationship, obviously your thoughts and beliefs are that you have respect for that person and that you both respect each other, and that's moving your relationship in a positive way. Usually leads to greater intimacy. If you have greater intimacy in your relationships, that usually is a sign of thoughts and beliefs that are positively impacting your relationship and your relationship growth. Negative ones, if you find that you're in frequent arguments and conflicts, there might be some challenges in that particular relationship. And you have to ask yourself, is this relationship really for me or not for me? A lot of times, and I'm guilty of this as well as most of us on the planet, test and tweak until we figure out what type of relationships are best for us. But if you find yourself not feeling good, or if you have emotional distance, or if you feel bad more than good in a relationship, guess what? That is your body and your psyche and your intuition and everything else about you telling you this relationship is not right for you. Whoever said love is painful is full of it, because if you're feeling pain in a love relationship, That is not love. That is something very, very different. It usually has a lot more to do with control. Causes and risk factors of relationship growth challenges. Psychological. Childhood experiences can have a negative and profound effect on our adult relationships. Personality traits. Guess what? Some personalities click better together than others. That's just the way it is. And so if you're in a relationship with someone that has a personality trait that absolutely is the opposite or rubs you the wrong way, it might not work out. Social and cultural norms, peer influence. Our peers have a huge influence on us and our relationships, how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about other people. So we're going to talk about a lot of these things throughout the course of this month. There's diagnostics and tests and all kinds of things. We talked about some last month with respect to understanding our thoughts and beliefs. And there are things that we can do to prevent challenges in our relationships, as well as to make sure our relationships go the way we want them to. And those are all, the foundation of all of these things are our thoughts and our beliefs. And our beliefs, again, form from a thought that is attached to or an experience that happens with strong emotions, either positive or negative, associated with it. And that can become a belief about ourselves and about certain things, or a belief that we have reinforced in ourselves over and over and over again. So you might have tripped and fallen in the hall when you were in 3rd grade, and then for the rest of your life you compiled every klutzy thing that you ever did on top of that to believe that you were a klutz. I wonder who would have a belief like that. So again, our action item today: pay attention to your thoughts and beliefs about relationships and relationship growth. It'll be a lot of I deserve, I don't deserve, this is a certain way, that is a certain way. Those are all beliefs. So start jotting those down and then just put a little plus or minus by them. And then at the end of the day, you can say done in the comments below, or you can just do it and feel good about yourself. Or you can look at the list and you can say, about 80% of these are negative. Maybe I need to rethink these. Or, oh my gosh, 80 to 90% of these are positive. I am doing well. How can I do more of that? All right, any questions, hit me up. Remember, Tony's Story Guide 2, a write-up in Guide 2, more examples in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. But you can always ask if you have a question. Hit me up. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow for day 155 of our Let's Grow Annual Challenge.